Yo, yo, what up, everybody? I'm Jay the Kid. That's my boy Von the Don. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Four Ropes Full podcast. Now, pretty much this week in wrestling, I ain't really got a real thought on it, honestly. It's like, I mean, everything in wrestling is pretty good. I mean, AW had Grand Slam, and I'm pretty sure Bray is gonna give his insight on it and everything. So we gonna get a moment to where he gonna talk about that on the podcast sometime this week. Um, Overall, Jade Cargill retained her championship. Cody Rhodes got a chance again at World Championship matches at Mania. Roman Reigns chose CM Punk, but that was a week before. Javon Evans did one of the cleanest cutters that we've seen in a while. Like if Randy Orton could jump in the air and hit a nigga with an RKO, if he could have done that, Randy Orton would have the best one all time. But Vaughn, if you want to give a minute to say what you think about this week and everything, I'm gonna leave it to you real quick.
Uh, like I said before we got before the podcast, I'm gonna be real, guys. Don't be mad at me, wrestling family, but I kind of feel underwhelmed about WrestleMania. It really ain't no hype. Um, Looking forward to Elimination Chamber to see who's gonna win and is it gonna be any surprises. That's really about it. But this week in wrestling, it's just the same old every week, every week. Yeah, that's my take for right now. Like I said, I know a couple episodes ago I did say that Roman should go after CM Punk, which I was right about. Which I feel like, yeah, if he win that big gold, you never know that you could change the design of the title. And I'm looking forward to see, is it gonna be Punk or Roman that's gonna go heel first? What you think, Jay?
I'm gonna be real with you. I fuck with it because you did admit, you did say that that was gonna happen, and that when that happens, they get a chance to close out this story the way that they do. So it's
Hmm.
like I'm okay with that, honestly. I like the story behind it a little bit more now. Because at first, when you said it, I'm like, one, they don't got too much chemistry. Two, well, this is why I feel like they don't have as much chemistry. Me personally, I feel like Roman really didn't have shit to say to CM Punk when he came back to WWE for real, for real. It's like CM Punk went over to SmackDown and crossed paths with this nigga, but Roman Reigns didn't give a real opinion when CM Punk came back. Seth Rollins was the only person that had a problem with his ass.
Right.
Nobody else did. It's like, so it basically came off as, okay, well, it's only one bitter person that used to be a part of the Shield, and it's Seth Rollins. It's
Mm,
not. It's not Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns basically is just like, oh, okay, nigga, you back, stay out of my way. That's how that feels. It doesn't feel like, oh, we should be looking out for this. Because even then, they partnered at War Games. They both got screwed at Mania. But even then, I don't even want to count that for real, because if you think about it, he was okay with Paul Heyman turning on CM Punk. And he was gonna hit his ass with the chair.
mm,
And then he saw Seth Rollins and was persuaded to do it to Seth Rollins by Paul Heyman, just to be fucked over in the end by Seth Rollins.
mm.
So therefore, CM Punk was already finna get screwed. And Roman thought that he was gonna be the mighty champion, the high horse, the golden goose, and got himself fucked over. Just for him to have to fall back down and go get everything again. So the idea of Roman Reigns feeling like he was just like he was like mistreated and everything else by whatever the fuck happened. But He need to get that shit out the motherfucking window. Him and Punk really had no reason to go at each other. So for them to do what the fuck they did and everything, it makes no sense to me because one, now you have to now say that, oh, I haven't hated you since the Shield days. So he didn't feel some kind of way when CM Punk left WWE. He ain't feel some kind of way. They can't drag some type of emotion in from that shit to build up. It literally just feels stems from war games. It feels like it stems from war games because the only thing that he mentioned was that Zebro shit. That's
Mm-hmm.
the only thing he mentioned. He didn't mention, "Oh, I've hated you for the longest time. I've hated you since you left the company. I hated you since you tried to blame all of us for your fuck ups." That's something Roman should have said and got off his motherfucking chest. So therefore, now it feels like, oh, okay, he did have some feeling towards CM Punk. So now, what you gonna do about it? You gotta act on it now and everything because you can't just say, "Oh, I hated you since then." So, nigga, you finally built up frustration with this nigga that you choose him just for that. I feel like that's a pointless ass thing. Just because, imagine this.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns ain't immediately got to give his answer until maybe the night before night one.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, I could see exactly who wins the elimination chamber, who think they was going for what title if I choose the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Because regardless, it's any match that I want. So whatever title that he want, the whatever title that y'all thought was finna be defended with me and this person just because that person over there, no, nigga, I'm taking this moment just to fuck you up. So therefore, Roman should have plotted more on the idea of if I go to Mania, I could beat up Cody Rhodes again, and I could fuck over Drew McIntyre because I have a great time doing that and
Mm-hmm.
getting my title back and running SmackDown the way it is. It's supposed to be the main brand. It's supposed to be the number one brand. Because then now you got a reason to move. And hear me out. I know this gonna sound crazy. You can move Jay and Jimmy to SmackDown. You can put MFTs and a Wyatt Six over there on Raw. Because Raw is needing a deep, deep needing of tag team matches. Don't get me wrong,
Mm-hmm.
this El Grande, Javon Evans thing, that was cool. I'm fine with that. I'm cool with it. But other than that, you just gonna pair Javon Evans up with a whole different person each week. We could have kept that nigga on NXT if we was gonna do that.
Right.
He don't want he not looking at a single championship at all. He can't run into the judgment day at least once next week. You telling me he ain't been introduced to them niggas at all?
Hell no.
Now, don't get me wrong. I seen WWE just somebody posted like a WWE live event where he did the two sweet with Finn Balor. That was
Mm-hmm.
fire. But other than that, on actual television, you telling me Javon Evans don't look like Intercontinental Champion material
He
at
does.
all?
He does.
I'm just saying, I hate to pull one of them things and everything because I don't want nobody thinking I'm trying to pull one of them cards. But come on now. You telling me that boy can't be IC champion at Mania? I can't see it. Fatal four way it like Dominic won that motherfucker and call it a day. Because other than the small moment that John Cena held that motherfucker, Dominic Mysterio damn near held that bitch from one WrestleMania to another on some Cody Rhodes shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different type of nigga. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm just Javon Evans. I'm just saying that future look too bright. Whether you gonna give it to Oba or you gonna Oba probably gonna go for the U.S. titles. He a SmackDown dude. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, everything else for Mania just doesn't seem like it's gonna work out for the fans. Just because when we look at it right now, I don't see WrestleMania supposed to be like the biggest twist and turns and everything because the only big twist and turn that you could do just to put a match on the show
Mm-hmm.
is if you didn't want Io and Rhea to have the titles. And I'm not saying do this. But they could have this heel turn thing happen. The only thing is you would have to turn one of the two heel. Which one
Right.
makes the most sense? Rhea turning on Io could be 100% believable. Put Rhea Ripley back as a heel, make y'all hate her. But y'all still gonna love her because the ring gear she gonna wear to the ring, she just gonna get you niggas. Like a good amount of y'all are gonna say Rhea needs to turn on her. But me personally, I feel like Io needs to turn on Rhea when that time comes. Only reason why I say this is because, like I just said, she could easily just fuck her over.
Hmm.
She could easily fuck her over, and we just be like, "Oh, Rhea Ripley gonna heal." But
Right.
the idea of it is Rhea Ripley has never beat Io,
Mm.
regardless to the fucking point. You've still never beat me. We could be tag team champions all you want, but you have never beat me when it counts. So therefore, it could be moments where I'm starting to feel like, you know what? You in my way. So now I have to show motherfuckers that I still got it. I'm still the number one. There's a reason why I'm considered the motherfucking genius of the sky. I'm not taking no disrespect. I'm not sitting here with you and everything trying to work out as a team and everything. This is not where I'm trying to sit forever. Because
Mm.
regardless to the point, I don't care what wrestler it is for real. Unless you were legit brothers like Jimmy and Jay Uso or Nick and Ryan Nemeth. I forgot exact. I forgot. Is it Ryan?
Mm. Mm.
Uh, yeah, Dolph Ziggler brother. Is it? Is it?
Uh,
I thought it was Ryan. If I'm wrong, I'm editing this video anyway. So I don't even.
right.
Shout out to bro. Anywho, unless y'all are legit brothers to the hip, especially also I don't know how the fuck I forgot this. The Hardy Boys. If y'all are not them type of niggas. Hell, even Dudley boys and them niggas ain't even related for real, for real. But if y'all are
Right.
not die hard, like serious with this shit and everything, I don't want to hear nothing about it because for real, every single person thinks to themselves, how can I go higher? How can I hold one of these primary belts solo? It's a nigga trying to get to the top in every team in WWE. And if it's a single team that says they don't believe that they focus on just tag teams and everything, you're lying. Unless you are
Mhm.
an independent tag team. But if you are a tag team on the main brands, WWE, NXT, SmackDown, Raw, fucking AW Collision, Dynamite, whatever other shit that they drop in or whatever, Ring of Honor, if you saying that you don't want to hold a bigger belt in that company, you're lying. Because you want to know what it feel like for the crowd to cheer you and have that big ass moment for yourself. Every person dreamed it. Nobody dreamed of doing it in a tag team for real, for real. If you're telling me you did, you're lying. Unless you watch wrestling with your brother and y'all got along with it so well that that was one of y'all dreams to getting into it together. Sure.
Mm.
But I guarantee when that motherfucker wasn't in the room and you saw the champion holding that belt up, you thought to yourself, damn, how could I look wearing that motherfucker? You didn't say,
Right.
damn, how would I look as a tag team champion? If you're saying
Mm.
you did, you lying. Why lie when we can just be truthful with ourselves here? You telling me you ain't never lived the fantasy of wanting to be a world champion so bad?
I
Stop it.
wanted I wanted to be the world champion, the WWE champion, the United States champion, the Intercontinental champion. I mean, tag team was something if me and the homies playing around. You know what I'm saying? We backyard play wrestling, but I ain't never thought about like, what, I want to win the tag team title. You guys think about it. You gotta have a partner with that shit. You want to go for the big boys.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna be real. As a kid, I never even owned a damn tag team title belt. So
Now, see, I can't even hold you. I did hold me and my cousin Devion. We definitely had them inside our room and everything because we. This was a time when wrestling belts was cheap than a motherfucker, but the material and the quality was still good. Hell,
Mm-hmm.
some of them shits are probably still good to this day. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought about holding a world tag team title, but I never thought about that being the only thing that I would do in my career. And I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
that's not what guys are thinking when they say, oh, hey, I care about my tag team. I care about my partner. This like my dog or whatever. I get that. But you're telling me the opportunity to be the headliner, to be the main guy going in to one of the biggest events of your life, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what company, what brand it's on, anything, you're telling me you're okay with just content. No, I don't believe that. Respectfully, of course, I don't believe that. I believe that everybody is taking a moment to actually see what the fuck is going on. I think everybody has the idea sitting back there just going, damn, how could that be me?
Right. Hey, question.
What's
This is
up?
outside the grid because I was saying this debate. Do you think WrestleMania should still stay 2 nights, or they should bring it back to one night?
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I'd keep it at two. Here's the thing, though. I get the one night spectacle and everything of what we watched as a kid, but the one thing that wrestling fans always talk about and always complained about since WrestleMania, we're gonna say WrestleMania 24.
Mm-hmm.
Since WrestleMania 24 to WrestleMania, what's this is 42?
Yep, 42.
So for 18 years, y'all have been saying the same thing for WWE. If y'all are gonna cut out more segments, make the event longer, so therefore we able to, get more matches and everything. So y'all got that. But guess what it came with? It came with the cost of the time and the money and everything else to do this shit. We just have to run over to another day. So therefore, now your greediness is if I want to see more matches and more moments and more shit at WrestleMania, you gotta buy two tickets. You gotta buy
Yeah.
two tickets now. You want to sit here, you want to have your cake and eat it too. You can't do that. You want more matches, you want longer hours of showtime and everything. You want to feel like you actually bought your motherfucking money. You, you think that you think that you're going to get everything that you want with this idea of making the show longer. Making the show longer costs more money, possibly. Maybe. You can't sell out that many tickets for an 8 hour event. Who the fuck is gonna watch an 8 hours of wrestling? No. I'm sorry, even grown ass men, two and a half. 2.5 hours of wrestling is my fucking limit. I'm not watching eight
Yeah.
hours of wrestling. Professional
Cause it's
wrestling in person, I could be doing other shit. I could be having so much other shit going on. But that's not what I'm worried about. I'm not
only
worried
reason
about that.
only reason I asked that because you got some people that's like, look, like, all right, WrestleMania for wrestling fans is like the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals,
Hmm.
so it's like, dang, all right, with that, like back in the day, it's always been one night. Like, all right, you have about your 5 match cards and whatever happened, you know, the fans can watch after the real show go off. But I don't know. I kind of like it 2 nights, but then again, it's like, damn, if you wanted to go to a WrestleMania, now you got to pick which. Like, all right, if you want to go for one night, now you got to figure out what the hell which night I want to go to.
Exactly. But again, you reap what you sow as some wrestling
Hmm.
fans. Not talking about you specifically, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
in general, when people talk about, oh, hey, these moments need to be longer. Okay, we can make them longer for you. 2 nights. And you gonna be intrigued enough to spend that big ass money on them both nights. So therefore, that's on you. I ain't put the gun to your motherfucking head and say go buy them tickets. WWE did. And you know what you said? Y'all take cash or card.
Hmm.
Y'all
I ain't
bought
gonna
that
lie.
shit.
I think last year WrestleMania should have just been one night. Cause night two was just it was a I think night two just had a bunch of fillers more than it did matches.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have put it. I feel like that WrestleMania should have just been like one night because I'm gonna be real. Some of the WrestleManias, like when it be two nights, it's either the first day it be a bunch of just segments and talking, and it be barely any wrestling. You maybe get three matches, and then night two is mostly matches. If it's gonna be like that, well, shit, you might as well just combine that into one night.
Nah,
Especially if it's just gonna be mostly talking on one of these nights than it is more wrestling.
nah,
And that's
you
the and that's the what's the downfall with that because it's like I said, with me or any other wrestling fan that only could afford one night of wrestling, hell, you gonna be pissed. Be like, damn, I spent all this money, and all these motherfuckers did uh talking, sponsor segments, trailers of this, Hall of Fame. Like, come on, bro, I wanted to see some wrestling.
you- nah, I'm with you. That I mean, hey, I'll never do that. At least with these prices right now. I'm sorry, I ain't got it. Again, WWE, no problem against y'all. But if I'm able to go see AEW for $145 to have a fair good ticket and only 310 to get some decent ass tickets, and then
Hmm.
$600 more, I could probably get a good ass ticket with me and my wife. Ain't no way in hell y'all telling me I'm not gonna take that motherfucking yes, because I'm not sitting in the nosebleeds for $600. I'm not
Hell
sitting
no.
behind no camera for $600. I'm not sitting behind a ring post for $600. I'm not for $10,000. I'm not sitting in the front row for one singular ticket. I'm sorry.
Hey, for $10,000, I better be in the damn match. I better be competing for some. For real. Shit. Oh shit. For real.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some point of that match, if y'all niggas don't call me out, y'all better call an audible for ten
Hell,
thousand dollars. I better be able
even
to
if
pick the winner.
even if I don't wrestle, shit, let me ref or something. Put on a shirt.
Shit, let me ring the motherfucking bell or something, nigga. Shit,
I
let me
mean,
do
shit.
two matches.
Better make. Hey, if I'm giving y'all what some of these independent wrestlers be getting, hell, y'all better. I better be in the WWE for that shit. For
I'm
real.
I just don't understand exactly why it's being considered one of these moments to where now we have to genuinely have this conversation of, is WWE going to push star-studded matches for Mania, or are we just gonna get some shit put together just because? Because Joe Hendry coming out doing some shit with our truth, I'm not fucking with that. Don't care for it. To be honest with you, I could see that shit weekly. Why the fuck do I need to see that on the grand stage at the mall? Now, if our truth and Joe Hendry are in a match of some type, sure, I'm cool with that. Fuck it. But if I'm seeing new niggas for a segment, scrap it. Go ahead
I'm
and put
like,
that shit up.
I'm,
Tozawa running away from a Snickers ad or some shit like that. I'm okay on that.
and
Just
see, that's another thing too. Like, you know, we was talking before the podcast, before the show started about the writing and stuff. See, maybe I'm sounding like an old head, or maybe I complain it, but I feel like wrestling should go back to 2 hours. Like, I feel like that 3 hour course of a regular show every week, it ain't the same like how back in the day. Now, when you get these 3 hour shows, what you get? You get filler matches and a bunch of damn segments, right or wrong.
yeah, sometimes though I be seeing they be doing the dark matches.
Yeah, in the dark matches, yeah, but it's like after a while, it just be too long of a show. So it's like, all right, damn, now we gotta figure something out on the spot. And a lot of times the crowd don't get into it. Like you said, with Joe Hendry and R Truth. And that's another thing I'm pissed off with WWE about.
There it
Y'all
is.
done
A huge 619.
Y'all done made R Truth cut his hair thinking he about to turn into this damn villain arc R Truth, another arc of R Truth. It don't even do nothing with his damn character, bro.
Yeah, but we kind of should have expected that. I ain't gonna lie to
Yeah.
you.
I mean, it's like,
No real storyline with John Cena. They didn't even really cut no real deep promos or nothing like that. Some I just knew that some shit wasn't gonna work out to where John Cena was gonna be face again. So I'm like, you know what? I
mhm,
don't even care. It is what it is. Now with our truth.
honest,
Shit, it's like he gonna retire there. Go ahead, put him in the Hall of Fame immediately as soon as he retires.
hey, honestly, this me. I feel like before R Truth League, he needs to start his own faction, like a like a new nation of domination. We need to see R Truth in WWE. Like we saw him serious, but it was like he was like a funny type of heel. You know what I mean? A mental patient type of heel. We
True.
need to see something where he's a leader. Like, y'all ain't doing that with the Street Profits. Let him team up with the Street Profits.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
gonna say that.
yeah, put him with the Street Profits. Get what's another black wrestler we can use? That's not really getting much time. They could create their own damn faction. It ain't gotta be like the Hurt Business, but or the New Day, but it could be something like another Nation of Domination.
I ain't
We
gonna lie
need
to
that.
you. I was thinking Carmelo Hayes, and respectfully, I think I'll just let him drive his, stay in his own lane, honestly.
Hmm.
But Apollo Cruz,
Yeah, we we need something like that. We need something like that. Art.
the only thing I'm gonna say about that real quick is that I understand that, but I don't think Truth got too many more years. Not saying that he can't do it because he still move like he 26. I don't know how he do it, but our Truth could be one hell of a manager. He
Yeah,
could be a hell of a Paul Heyman to somebody. That's why I feel like he could do this as a manager and not be in the ring for real, for real. Like on some, not trying to copy it or whatever, but on some Death Rider shit. I think they could do that.
and
No,
that's the
no, no.
thing. You let Truth recruit, do the recruitment. Say this is a new era. If Truth wanna wrestle every now and then, let him. But he more of the leader, and he could sit back because I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Tired of the damn solo bloodline. No disrespect, God rest my bro soul. I don't really care about the White Six right now. It's like
Yeah,
we need something to shake up with WWE. We need that edge, like and it's like I know the world. You know how you gotta be censorship. F all
yeah,
that. We need a group to just be on some bull. Like, hey, you know, we ain't come here to play. And instead of having our truth as the laughing man for the past, what he been the laughing man for what since what year he turned here? Was it 2011?
yeah. Around that.
2011. Yeah. So about 15 years he been a laughing dude. No, we need something serious because New Day ain't really the same. Hell, I'm tired of Judgment Day. So it's like we need a group and we need to do something. We need to give our truth a good, send off. A nice faction before he go. Nothing goofy. You gonna have funny moments, but hell, we need that right now. And that's what I feel like was missing in wrestling. Like in WWE right now. We ain't had a good uh 7-man, 8-man faction in so long. Remember Nexus. What was the other faction? Damn, it was so many factions. You had Nexus as of recently. The original Wyatts where Bray was taking over. The Shield. I mean, we need something like that where we have more people.
Nah, I'm with you. I'm with you how you riding and everything. It's like, but my only concern with that is the faction thing is not gonna carry wrestling as much as people think it is because regardless of the point and everything, that faction has to make it on television.
Hmm.
It has to be a demand for this and everything. And I'm not saying that that doesn't sound reasonable because it's a million other people that agree with you and would agree with you if we clip this segment just right here. But my only concern is that the same way we got tired of the bloodline being together, the same way people got tired of the original Judgment Day together, this Judgment Day, American Alpha, Alpha Academy, and everybody else. It's like if y'all not doing anything original and everything else is just okay, these are the two main factions. Everybody else ain't shit. But one of these factions got all the gold. The other faction got all the gold too. But they can't win the fucking match. It's showing only one faction is dominant and everybody else is just baby food compared to these niggas. It should be an even amount on the playing field to where it's okay. These faction build up should be like every single person on each faction should have a title or be in a championship picture or be in a championship feud, be in some
Mhm.
shit with each other. I don't like the idea of it's one mighty faction that got all the gold.
Right,
None that means everybody else on this side ain't shit.
right.
But
Now,
us six right here, we good. Go ahead, my
right.
bad. My bad.
No, the only reason I say it'll be interesting because it's like this is our Truth starting a faction. You know, every time we see Truth, he always was teaming up with Miz. You had Awesome Truth, then you had the Kofi run, and then you had him trying to join the Judgment Day as a temporary Judgment Day member. But with to see him, because first of all, no matter what, our Truth just an interesting wrestler and a character anyway. So for him, like, hey, cut the music, bro. I got something to say. You know, something like that. Look, I want to start a revolutionary. You know, like something like that. Like let him develop something. Like, look, you know, he talking to people like, look, bro, I ain't that same goofy dude. I ain't that same mental. I want to take this serious. I want us to take us serious. I want us to run WWE. Something like that, man. Like that would be interesting to see Truth do something like that. Because we haven't saw him do nothing like that in WWE. Right or wrong?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to run. I want us to run WWE. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one hell of a hook.
I
That's
mean,
one hell
think
of a
about
hook. That
I
I
mean,
ain't gonna
think
lie to you, nigga. You did something with that. If that happened, nigga, they better find this video and say you did it, bro. You guessed it because ain't
and
no fucking way.
then you could have the male and the women. It can't be like a it could be a revolution thing. And you know, I'm not trying. I know it's Black History Month, but what I'm saying is, you know, for all the viewers out there, but what I'm saying is like for a dude like Truth, wait, he about what 53, 55?
Something in that realm.
Yeah. Instead of him being the gimmick, the funny dude, you know, that would be so interesting to see him snap into reality like, bro, I'm cooning. I'm doing all this and that. And look what it got me.
Nah, you
It ain't
right.
getting it ain't get me nowhere. So he could come talk to people like Montez, you know, and tell him like Angelo, like, hey, look, man, aren't y'all tired of doing all this? And look what it got y'all. It didn't get you nowhere. Come to, that's why we need to put our foot together and stand together and let these people know we better than that. We could do this. We just as good as the bloodline. We just as good as Judgment Day.
And it's all about numbers, honestly. I mean, in this game, with the alliance
Yeah.
and everything, factions, hell, it's never a limit to how many people can join. And ain't no real rules to this shit. All that matters is
Hmm.
you got numbers. The people with the
Right.
numbers typically are always successful.
Hmm.
Being that in a judgment day, numbers can be a bitch or they can be the motherfucking friend. You just got
Hmm.
to be able to decide exactly which side you gonna be on. You gonna be on the side of being a one man band, or you gonna be like the one for all.
Right.
And with WWE and everything, I just don't like how some of these factions are ran because once you make a faction, it's either they have to be able to feud with other factions. That's why faction warfare was made. That's why War Games was made in the first fucking place.
Hmm.
It's team versus fucking team. So you telling me that you only got one faction that can defend each year? You telling me Bloodline and Judgment Day never had a match at all? You telling me War Games wouldn't have been big enough for that? Y'all eyeballed that shit for so many motherfucking months with the Solo and Rhea shit, just for that shit to not even matter.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be brought up again. No runarounds and everything. They on SmackDown and she ain't seen Solo once. She ain't pulled up on Solo bitch ass once.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry. I don't agree with that being a situation where we're going to go and build more factions and make it more of a who's going to take that position, which side really wants it more, because therefore on television it's only going to seem like one to two factions are going to want it more than the others, and the other people are just going to be sitting out waiting for their call just to have some match on main event. And I'm not saying that don't get airtime, it doesn't matter, because I'm the main person saying go do these matches, go do these things, go put yourself out there and everything, because you don't know who's going to be watching. You don't know
Right.
who's gonna be chanting your name. You don't know who's gonna get on social media and support you and everything. So whatever
Mm-hmm.
moment you got to go do and get it, go get it. That's
Right.
it. That's all. That's all I'm saying on that
That
situation.
high risk move seemed to be worth the risk.
But we gonna move on real quickly and everything, and then give our final thoughts on what we thought about this week. But we got some things that we gonna look at, and we just gonna give our opinions. Jade Cargill defeats Jordan Grace to retain the WWE Championship after the match, steps out of the ring, and stares down Liv Morgan. Now, do you really think Liv Morgan is going to pick Jade Cargill?
Hmm. Well, I was right about the CM Punk thing, but uh, I think she will because we don't know when the hell Bianca gonna come back because that was supposed to be the dream match of WrestleMania, Bianca versus Jade. So I think Liv gonna pick her though. What you think?
I'm not going to lie to you. I think that this is all just some type, but unless, and I don't think it's going to happen, unless Liv Morgan grows a heart a little bit more to Raquel, because it seemed like they've been drifting away lately. Unless Liv Morgan says, you know what, I'm going for you, Jade, because I like doing things that people say I can't do. Like they said I couldn't beat Ronda Rousey. They said I couldn't go beat Nia Jax. They said I couldn't do this. They said I couldn't do that. They said Becky Lynch was just gonna go and just run through me. I
Mm-hmm.
do things that people think I can't do. So therefore, I'm gonna go shit on your biggest wrestler. Now the only thing is, do you make it a squash match, or do you give Jade Cargill enough time to basically build it up to where it can actually be a hell of a match? Because if this is all I'm gonna get is just a stare down, you can go ahead and keep it. You can go ahead and keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I know I can get a match of Stephanie Van Kier and Liv Morgan, and it possibly be one of the good matches of the night.
Right.
I know I'm guaranteed to get that. I don't know what I'm guaranteed to get with Liv and Jade. And I'm not saying that because I don't believe in Jade Cargill. I'm not saying that because I don't believe in Liv Morgan. But what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is, if I don't know exactly where things are gonna be headed coming to WrestleMania time. Like WrestleMania season is already here. So we just
Mm-hmm.
leading up to more shit. So therefore, if I don't know who Liv Morgan is choosing before the elimination chamber, after the elimination chamber, what's the point of me getting into a storyline? For real, for real.
Right.
Because right then and there, I said the same thing to my wife. The idea of getting WWE a moment in WWE to go face somebody and everything, you have to have the right storyline. We seen it with the WWE on real shit. Storylines
Mm-hmm.
matter. So therefore, if a storyline doesn't make sense, they scrap it and they go with
Mm-hmm.
what would make audiences happy. So if y'all are not gonna give me a serious moment with Liv Morgan talk to Jade Cargill on some like I'm in your shit. This could be my time at any moment and everything. I'm letting you have your moment. If
Right.
she's not walking up with big dog energy and on some David versus Goliath type shit, keep it. Keep it
No, I
because
feel you.
I don't need to see it I don't need to see it in 6 weeks if she choose her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to see it at some random ass taping on SmackDown or whatever. I need to see it damn near immediately. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to hear why she chose her the night before Mania because what you could have said that shit 3 to 4 weeks ago, and if it's good and it actually connects with the audience, now you really got some shit to flaunt on. Other than
Right.
that, nothing.
No, I feel you.
So therefore, it is what it is. But I'm not too eager for the idea of how this shit is gonna go because it could either go WWE just throw some shit together, or it could be WWE actually is taking the time to assess the situation and go which one makes sense for Liv Morgan to go after
Right.
because she don't really got no issue with goddamn Stephanie Van Kier for real, but she also don't got
No.
no issue with Jade Cargill. It's like she came back in and was like, "Oh, Raquel, are we beating up this girl? Okay, let's beat up this girl." That's it. That's all. That's how that feels with Stephanie Van Kier. You're on my
Mm-hmm.
show. You holding a big belt. Raquel been beating your ass, so we gonna continue doing that.
Right.
Oh,
Type
and
shit.
that's why I choose you at Mania. No, it ain't. I am the star of this show. I'm the motherfucking captain. Like Cody called himself QB1, bitch. I'm Princess One. I'm Queen One. I'm the shit
Mm-hmm.
forever. This is my show. So anytime I'm on this motherfucker, I need to be shown as the big dog. If
Right.
she ain't talking that big shit to Stephanie when she randomly chooses her on a tape in a Raw, why should I give a fuck?
Right.
It ain't gonna make me no different on who wins or lose because at the end of the motherfucking day, y'all gonna crown whoever the champion y'all want to. But if
Mm-hmm.
y'all build the storyline around it and everything, and then even if she chooses Liv Morgan after going, let's say she do the David versus Goliath thing,
Mm-hmm.
what happens after that? What happens after? Okay, say we don't give any explanation to why she chooses Jade and
Mm-hmm.
they go out there and they let Jade squash Liv Morgan, you gonna be so quick to basically degrade Jade Cargill, Liv Morgan, WWE, and everything else if they don't
Mm-hmm.
make the right storyline. Y'all got to deal with that information. Y'all got to deal with social media and everything blaring about how bad WrestleMania was. And guess what? If WrestleMania is on your ESPN app, the people who y'all are making a good amount of money from and getting y'all product put on television, if they see that shit online and people are shitting on y'all, who's gonna be the first person to say some shit about WrestleMania being disappointing? ESPN. And then
Mm-hmm.
Bleacher Report. And then it's gonna go all over social media. And it's gonna make y'all look very fucking bad. So therefore, people are not gonna want to buy tickets for next year. So they are gonna basically put y'all self in a shitter just because y'all want a few extra dollars and not give a fuck about storylines. If WrestleMania ain't gonna make sense this year, you ain't gotta worry about a lot of people watching wrestling
Mm-mm.
on WWE anymore. I
No.
still believe WWE got time to make some shit right, but we need to hear about these storylines right
Yeah.
now, not in a couple of weeks. We still don't even know if Drew McIntyre really attacked Jacob. It could still be Cody Rhodes or Randy Orton. It could still be whoever the fuck else it is, and Jacob just tweaked on Drew for no fucking reason. We
Mm-hmm.
do not know.
That's
So
true.
therefore, if Jacob is not facing Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, or if he is, the person who did what they did to him, if Jacob's not gonna win, needs to be in that match. Need to interrupt the match or something. Whether it's Cody Rhodes, whether it's Solo Sokoa, whether it's some goddamn body, have them interfere in this shit. If Jacob's not winning, if he goes
Mm-hmm.
to Mania, if he doesn't, Get whoever fucked him over to fuck him over again at Elimination Chamber.
Right.
Jacob was this close to winning, but he got fucked over by somebody. Now he gets that match at Mania building right now. So therefore, we ain't gotta see Jacob go against somebody 5 days before the event. Build me a storyline to why I need to care about this match for real, for real. I get it's some moments where you can just throw some shit in.
Right.
But the grandest stage of them all, I'm just what you want me to just be tuned in to this filler match? You can't make me do it. You can't make nobody do that shit. But we gonna move on from that. We gonna also look at just Javon
Beautiful.
Evans cutter, man. That that boy bouncy than a motherfucker, gang.
You know,
Bouncy than a who?
he remind me of Prime Kofi. When Kofi first came with the athleticism and the bounciness.
I feel you, but he a little bit different than Kofi. I ain't gonna lie
Yeah,
to you.
really. Yeah, he a little bit different. Like his energy, because remember when Kofi first came out with the boom, boom, he got that energy. Like I said, man,
Nah, he do,
they
he
got
do.
it.
But Kofi, I say Kofi had his own certain strategy through his match and everything. Kofi, I get was a high flyer,
Mm-hmm.
but even then, if a lot of people say, "Oh, watch a Kofi Kingston match, he's always on the ropes," not really.
Nah,
Kofi
he
Kingston
wasn't.
was jumping up in Kofi Kingston to jump through the ropes and clothesline a nigga. Kofi Kingston, low key, was probably a good technical wrestler too.
Mm-hmm.
But the nigga just had a good enough springboard to where, hey, nigga, hey, these springboard moves gonna pay the bills. Fuck it. I'm not saying he got into WWE for the money, but the idea of you gon' you gonna show what's good to put on TV. You gonna show them
Mm-hmm.
people that shit. You not gonna show them people, oh, okay, that'll get by for a little bit. No, you gonna show them what the fuck I got for real, for real. So
Right.
Kofi Kingston arsenal and everything was, all right, nigga, these moves right here gonna pay the bills. I can do this shit. But Kofi elevated it every single fucking year he was in WWE. And I feel like that's what Javon Evans gonna do, but he is going I feel like in this era, in this generation of social media and everything, he's gonna take off way quicker than what Kofi Kingston did. If Kofi Kingston had social media in this day, Kofi Kingston would have been a world champion. He probably been like a
Yeah.
three-time world champion.
Yeah.
If social media was jumping like it was today, ain't no way in hell it wouldn't have been. I just feel like Javon Evans' future in WWE could be a generational run so goddamn good that we
Yeah, I think so too. They just gotta book him right and give him like do his character right because look, man, we gonna be real. We done seen so many black wrestlers that had the energy, the aura, but the company and the writing was just bad for him. Like I said, like Javon Evans, like I said, he got the energy of Kofi. He got that swagger of Shelton Benjamin with the high flying. Like, bro, if they do him right, because he already got the fans. He already got the fans. If they just write him right and put him in the right matches and the right feud,
he'll be all right. I
yeah.
think in this era, I think he'll be okay.
Just
But moving
just
on.
don't have him. Just don't have him like you know use him like oh he'll have a run and then you don't see him on TV no more, and then he damn near a tag team type of person.
Nah, I feel like he gonna drift around just for right now, because it is WrestleMania season and him
Hmm.
coming to the main roster, he ain't really got no storyline to really put on WWE television for real, for real. He gonna be at Mania, don't get me wrong, but he ain't gonna be on Mania doing what we feel like he gonna be doing.
Nah.
But I think once we hit the reset on everything after WrestleMania season, I guarantee he in some shit. If he don't win the IC title at Mania, he gonna
Hmm.
be in some. He gonna put his name down in 2027. as probably the best on any roster.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he's world champion, whether he's tag title champion, whether he's IC champion or US champion,
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll be all right. Everybody else, I don't really know too much. I ain't gonna lie to you, but we gonna look at this since we was talking about wins. I mean about WrestleMania. The
Mm-hmm.
most WrestleMania wins is 25. The most world title wins is 17. The total championships is 31. And the most WrestleMania main events is 10. What,
Mm.
what what's your thoughts about just like the history of like wrestling in general right now and everything? Just like all in WWE at least. How do you feel about like the legacy WWE has left for like certain people in wrestling? Like, will you still say in like the next 6 7 years you'll remember some of these moments?
No, I'm gonna be real. No, um, because let's be real. Do you remember when Roman beat Undertaker at WrestleMania?
Weirdly, yes. And the only reason why I say that is because that's the first and the last time I said I wanted to see Undertaker and Roman Reigns go against each other.
uh, like I feel like some of those matches is not gonna be rememberable. Like for real. Like I feel like they'll be talked about amongst history, but it's like if it's not like a great match, ain't nobody gonna remember those.
True.
Cause I'm
Very
not
true.
gonna I'm not gonna lie. Like, all right, people know the Cody versus Cena, but it was not a rememberable match last year. All we know Cena won. Hit the SummerSlam match was a better hit than that.
Very.
Right or wrong.
You don't
So
got
it's
to
like
disagree.
so it's like if it's not great, it's not gonna be rememberable because hell, you could put two jobbers against each other. But if it's told the right way and if it's produced the right way, it could be a fucking 5-star match. Right or wrong.
Nah, you right. You right. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm letting you cook. And you got
So it's like with this, like, yes, legacy, right? But it's been so many matches in WrestleMania we looked forward to, get hyped about, and the match was just straight up boo boo, like ass. Like, man, on pay, it's like damn, the other pay per view was better than the freaking WrestleMania match, and like I was stating earlier, the WrestleMania to WWE fans is like our damn Super Bowl because everybody and their mom, what's the goal? I want to go to WrestleMania. I want to
to.
fight for the big title at WrestleMania. Hell, I'm gonna tell you another WrestleMania moment that like I remember, but not too many people remember when freaking Zack Ryder won the was it the United States building WrestleMania Texas in Houston?
IC title.
Yeah, it was one of those titles. He
Yeah, it was
won, and then that
IC.
was the last time we saw Zack Ryder. I think he lost the next night, right?
Yeah, he lost to the Miz. And that kicked off
That's
Miz's legacy with the IC title. Boy, that nigga took that shit and went right back to the top.
that's
I
what I'm saying. Like
but again,
wrestle,
storylines. I'm saying some of these matches would probably be way more rememberable if we had storylines. But
mm, storylines, and twists like we talking about twists where ain't nobody interfering. Hell, let the ref be. We need a cricket ref right now.
ye- yeah,
I mean, cause we could have a ref like okay, they could have a segment like, hey, this sucker been cheating me out of the matches. Like he don't count the right way. He do this the right way. He do this kind of way. We need something different. Like well, I'm pretty sure we saw that back in the attitude and ruthless aggression era, but we
we
need to put we
we
need a
seen it with Brad Maddox. That didn't
well,
really work out too well.
that ain't work out too well either. I mean, hell,
The blonde hair dude on SmackDown, he fucked over the Undertaker. Remember with like the Hell's Gate chokehold.
yeah,
Um, and we've seen a few crooked referees, and those storylines typically don't work well. So I feel like we could see it, but I don't know really if we'd enjoy it the way WWE would book it.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Where I was going back to what I was saying, it's the writing with wrestling right now, like with WWE right now. Like it's like they're running out of ideas, really, like what to do, how to go about it, and it just ain't hitting. It's just
Nah,
not hitting.
I'm with
It's
you.
just it's just not hitting. And like I said, I'm not trying to shit on WWE. If WWE see this, please don't try to send me no cease and desist. All I'm just saying is the writing now it's like it's too predictable, and it's like everybody know what's gonna happen. Who the next person gonna fight? Who the next person gonna do this? Oh, they got to go after this. They about to go after that. Or okay, every now and then y'all put on a few 5-star matches on PLEs, and then you get to the freaking big matches. The ending is either trash or the match was just very underwhelming.
Nah, you right. I'm with you.
So
You know. And then in this and everything, I want to talk about this certain wrestler just because they've been back for a little bit of time and I just don't understand why they aren't in world championship pictures for real for real. Bro, do you know how long it's been since Alexa Bliss has been a world champion in WWE?
in what, a couple of years?
Hold on, bro. Let me move some things around just so I can pull it up on here. It's been 2,729 days since Alexa Bliss held a singles championship.
Damn.
Over 2,000 days. Do you think
But
we gonna see Alexa Bliss back in the world championship picture again anytime soon?
nah, they don't know what to do with her damn character, man. Like I said, that's a creativity in the writing. Because Alexa Bliss should at least been another. We should at least saw Alexa Bliss held the title. Honestly, I'm not trying to shit. We should have saw at least Alexa Bliss with the title before we saw Jay get the title.
I agree.
So, like I said, with WWE, it's a whole writing, booking, and what to do with a person's character. Because what Alexa done been through so many character changes. You went from that, and then she was Sister Abigail. Then she'll be off TV, be off wrestling for a little while, come back. And you mean tell me y'all can't even get this lady another title shot, title run? Because she's not she's a hell of a wrestler. But y'all don't know what to do with her.
I agree. I just
They
don't.
don't.
I just don't get it. Honestly, it's like to be real with you. As soon as she went with Bray Wyatt, like she should have immediately got a world title. She should have immediately got a championship. I'm not gonna lie to you. There was no other woman for real that interesting on TV but Bailey, Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley
But
definitely had her aura too and everything, but when it came to watching the TV for real, Alexa Bliss being that short but that athletic and that believable on the mic, there's no way in hell that that doesn't show in her being a multiple. Like she should be in double digits. I
I
get
mean,
we gotta give other people chances with the title and everything, and I'm fine with that. But if once you got to take the belt off of that person and put it on another person for 3, 4 months until they got to give it to the next person, I'm calling Alexa Bliss every time, respectfully. I know
but
I can get her on the mic to give me heat or to make a crowd go, "Ooh, this gonna be interesting."
see, what WWE issue is, yeah, I love Bianca. They'll give it to Bianca. They'll give it to Rhea. They'll damn show give it to Charlotte about 30, 40 fucking times. They'll give it to everybody else repeatedly. But they just don't know what to see. They don't know what to do with Alexa. Like I said, they got like you can see they got writer's block when it come to her wrestling. Like they just genuinely. don't know how to insert her in feuds, what matches to put her in, because like I said, Alexa Bliss could just be as big as Bianca, big as Rhea. Hell, I honestly Alexa should at least be a 4-time women's champ.
I agree with you.
But you know what? Like I said, that's a WWE problem. WWE, once again, you got so much talent on that roster. All right, you sign them to these brands, but you don't know what to do with them. That's like I said, Alexa Bliss, the Street Profits. How the hell we ain't see the Street Profits again? You know what I mean?
Nah,
Not
I'm with
trying to
you.
change the subject. I'm just naming all the talents where they got all these people, and you can't do a goddamn thing, or can't even figure out what to do with their character. So what you do? You throw them in dark matches. You throw them in little matches where shit, where oh damn, I'm at the bathroom. I'm on bathroom break while they wrestling. It's just what it is, man. Like they got too much
Nah,
talent for them to not to know what to do. And with Alexa Bliss, this is just my opinion. Y'all need to do something with her character, man. If y'all don't can't do nothing with her right now, okay, y'all got that partnership with TNA. Let her wreck shop at TNA for a little bit.
I ain't gonna lie
I
to
mean,
you. Nigga, that's not that bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. TNA? Alexa Bliss
yeah,
and TNA? A little bit more
yeah.
closer to home with the kids? I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. You might have did something with that one. Alexa Bliss and TNA. Alexa Bliss versus Ira Brookside. Um, yeah, nah. Her having a good few matches and everything. Who's another woman on that mat? On there that Sasha Slamovich, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, she can have a decent good matches with some people and everything. So if WWE allow that to happen, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'd go with that.
I mean, they
But
got to do something.
oh no, go ahead.
I said, nah, they got to do something with our girl, man, because y'all just wasting her, man. Like I said, you could tell who they invest to and who they just got there because it's like, oh, well, shit, we don't got nobody else. We just gonna put you here. We're gonna have you wrestling here.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. But that has been an hour on the ropes with us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jada Kid. That's my boy Vonda Don. And this is another episode of Four Ropes Full Podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, before we get up out of here, y'all know what we always thank you guys for. And another year around the ropes, we say thank you for wrestling. And we out. Peace.